So the book I was assigned to read for this class is entitled A Man of Good Hope, and it's written by John Steinberg. Steinberg is actually from South Africa, um, and this book is very interesting because it was not at all what I was expecting. When I found out that we were doing a book review for an assignment in this class, I guess I expected to be reading a book that felt more like a sociological study. This book doesn't feel like that at all. It feels like a biography, but I definitely believe that it should be categorized as an ethnographic as well. And the book takes place, well, in a variety of places. The information um, for the content of this book was given to Steinberg by Assad Abdullahi, which is who our story is about. And these memories, everything that is in the book, which uh, there are some horrifying things that this guy went through, and he just gives it to Steinberg straight from his head. So the fact that the content of this book is essentially straight from Assad's mouth, that makes it super interesting. It adds an aspect to this book that I don't think you'll find um, in a lot of books just about an individual person who went through hardships. Assad was constantly traveling. He dreamed of a safer environment, a government that wouldn't fail him, just security, a sense of security, maybe belonging and well-being, which he never really had his life. In the book, they talk uh, frequently about how he's really not in connections with his biological parents. Um, I would argue that the important parts of the book start with Assad being in Ethiopia, and this is when he first hears about this opportunity in South Africa. He hears that there's cheaper living and cheaper products, and it's easy to start up a business there, and that's what he wants. He wants to go somewhere. He wants to make money. He wants to get rich. He wants to, you know, be secure. Um, And what is beautiful about this book and about this study in general is that it takes this interesting approach that allows for the reader a better understanding of these day to day struggles that Assad is going through. Um, and it allows Steinberg, as the author, to take a more unique approach to understanding the deeper causes of xenophobia and the racism that this book is so heavily filled with. Um, and I think a huge theme of this book that the reader should definitely be able to pull out is the theme of identity. Um, Assad's identity, well, a huge part of Assad's identity is the fact that he identifies as an Ali Youssef. Um, hope I'm saying that right. Um, and while he is not in close contact with his parents, the fact that he identifies as an Ali Youssef really proves to take care of him in a lot of situations. It's actually how he made it to Johannesburg in the first place. However, when we see Assad make it to Cape Town, I think that what he experiences is 100% what the book is focused on. And I think the amount of xenophobia and racism he deals with is not just unique to this area, of course. And so getting a firsthand account of that is super interesting, and to see how it goes with things we learned in class, such as global poverty. Well, I think that's a huge one, but the racism, xenophobia. I think that myself personally, South Africa is not. I guess it's not a place I really put too much thought into, but because of this book, I feel like I have such a deeper understanding of the trials and tribulations that these people go through every single day. Um, and I think it is worth the read, because even if you're not trying to read it as a from a sociological point of view, it is a great, heart wrenching at times. It's a good read though, and it is worth reading to understand what just this one migrant went through, and he's one of many. He's not the only one. Obviously, this is a huge issue. And as for Assad, he does eventually make it to America, where he is going to face his own a different system that is also against him, but I think in a different way than he's been used to his entire life. Um, and after everything, his wife leaving him with the kids, he made it to America, and he was willing to do prison time in order to allow for his family, safely travel to America. And I think Assad's story is just, it's very inspiring, and it's very human. Um, Definitely worth the read to learn about this guy's life. There's actually a musical about it as well, that I watch. It's phenomenal. It's very popular actually. It's definitely worth the watch as well.